Okay, good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double. Tonight we're doing Masechah Shabbos, Perek Yud Zayin, Mishnayos Dalet, and hey, we're continuing our discussion on Muksa. Mishnah Dalet says, Rabbi Yossi Omer, Kol HaKelim Yitolim, all Kalim, all utensils, you're allowed to move on Shabbos, you're allowed to use them on Shabbos, Chutz Mi Meser HaGadol B'Yasir Shamacharesha, except for Meser HaGadol, a big saw. I think this means like a sawmill. Yasir Shamacharesha, I would say like as a bulldozer. These are like big things that, cost a lot of money. I just looked it up, a sawmill on Google. There was one selling for $22,000, $22,500. If you're in the market for a sawmill, if you know what that is, check it on Google. It's a big thing, big contraption. They have movable ones. They also have houses that are set up as sawmills or a bulldozer. Those things are muksa because you can't really use them for anything. You can't move them. What are you going to do with them? A hammer you can take to crack open nuts, but you're not going to take a bulldozer to crack open nuts. According to Rabbi Yossi, that's the only type of muksa. It's not clear what we pass on Rabbi Yossi. Any kalim, the Gemara explains, it's talking about klish malach heter, kalim which are used for permissible purposes, like a hammer is used to build with, so that's considered klish malach iser. A klish malach heter would be a fork, let's say, or let's not say a fork because a fork is a little different, but let's say klish malach heter. Here we have some toys over here, blocks. Klish malach heter. It's not considered bonet to build with these toy blocks over here, so that's a klish malach heter. So if I want to use it, Belen Sorach, Ben Shalom, Sorach, as the Gemara explains, whether I want to use it for its own purpose, or I need to move it so I can use the place, Sorach Mekomo, or Shalolot Sorach, even if it's not Shalolot Sorach, which the Gemara explains, is to move it so it shouldn't get stolen, or it's in the heat, it's in the sun, you want to move it so it shouldn't get ruined by the sun. That's considered Shalolot Sorach. There's discussion in the poskim whether Shalolot Sorach Klal, Aruch HaShulchan, I believe, says, even Shalol Sarah Klal, I just want to take a fork and just play with it at the table. That's okay, that's Shalol Sarah. Other poskim say that's not allowed. It's a big machlokas. Ask your local posek. Rabbi Nechemia Omer Ein Yital El Tzorah. Rabbi Nechemia has a big chomer by Muksa. He says he's the most machmer. He says even a block. Let's say here you have some block here. Let's make it more show and tell over here. I got a nice cow over here. Show you a nice little cow. This toy is used for playing. You only gotta use it to play with. If you want to take this to go mix your drink or something like that, that's not okay because it has to be only used for the sorech that it's normally used for. We don't pass it on the Nechemia. It's not clear. We pass it on Rabbi Yossi. Hey, kol kelim nitolin b'Shabbos shivrei and nitolin. If you have a kli, my cow again, it gets broken. Right? Ovashu osim ein malacha. As long as it can still be used for something. Now, if this cow is cut in half, and you cut it up, and you cut the ribs up, and you want to make a rib steak, I'm joking. No, yeah, half of the cow. So I don't really think it's maybe what could you do with half the cow, right? You're not going to play with half a cow. It looks like half a cow. I mean, maybe you could. Maybe some kids would like to play with it. They want to be butchers or something like that. But so you have to judge whether it'll still be functional for something. Shivrei Areva, you have a bowl, the chasas ben piachavis, even if you have a bowl that's made out of glass or something like that, you could use it, or a bowl that's made out of ceramic. You want to use it, it's a big bowl to cover a barrel, right? So rain doesn't fall. Shivrei Zchukis, chasas ben piachach, you have a crystal glass that breaks. You have a small piece, you want to cover a bottle of wine or something like that. You could stick it in to cover it so the wine doesn't come out. So as long as it's functional for something, that's okay, because is considered no lot. No lot is something which is machmer on Yom Tov, but Shabbos is not machmer on Shabbos because it came from a kli that was muchan. Rabbi Yehuda Omer ubavadshu osim ein malachton. Rabbi Yehuda says it has to be. He's more machmer. It has to be used for the similar function as the kli originally was used for. If it broke. Shivrei arev latzuk l'toch makfa. If it was a big bowl, it has to be broken into a part that's at least enough to put some grits or to put some farina in it. If it's a crystal glass that was used to hold wine, let's say, it has to be a piece that's circular, that's able to hold oil, because that's the same thing as holding wine. It's a similar thing, holding wine and holding oil. If it's just used to stick in a piece of a bottle of wine, so the wine shouldn't come out, a wine stopper, that would not be okay according to Rehuda. We don't pass like Rehuda, we pass in that no lod, as long as it's not no lod gomer, it's not completely something completely new, would be allowed on Shabbos, and that's why you're allowed to do it. Stay tuned for Iyam Etzion where he discussed Mishnah Daled, Muksa Machmas Kisar and Kiss, the Shita of Rabbi Yossi, about a sawmill and about a bulldozer. We'll discuss more of that in detail, what exactly Muksa Machmas Kisar and Kiss is, and what the ramifications of that are. Ian Mitzion coming up next.